Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Street Samurai here from Team Sleeveless with my team member Jackson Frost, and coming straight to us from Team Dojo, Speed from the Dojo is here with us today. We're going to be talking about Cyberpunk TCG. Going to give you guys our first look, first impressions. Guys, before we get into it, you guys doing all right today? You feeling all right?
Trying to look at something that's glitching in the sim.
Tech difficulties. You have gremlins. Got it. Speed, how are you?
Doing good, feeling good.
So,
No.
everybody wondering, these are the two guys I was able to convince to test the game out with me, because when we get into reviewing the simulator, you'll find some interesting things about the AI where it's just better to have somebody to play with. Cyberpunk was originally a tabletop game. I believe it came out in '88, followed by I want to say it's the video game came out next. Jackson, you had said that you'd wanted to try it. Speed, you had said you played it. Speed, did you enjoy the game?
Oh yeah, I've played the game multiple times and picked different gears and stuff on each playthrough. It's a fun game.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super far into the game myself. They just put it on Game Pass not too long ago. And originally at drop, I didn't get it because of the major flop that it had. But they've since fixed it, and it's more than playable. It's very enjoyable now. And I might be able to try to get a group together to play some of that. But after that, we got the Cyberpunk cartoon. Have you guys, or anime, whatever you want to call that, did you guys watch that?
I hadn't heard of Cyberpunk outside of hearing about the game.
Oh.
You're speaking, you're saying things I'm hearing for the first time.
You know what? That's kind of great because that gives us like this sort of Virgin Snow look at the TCG where you're not super prepared. Look at him laughing. Super prepared for your expectations.
Hey, I'm not the one that said virgin.
Well, I mean, so when you know about the franchise and you've played the games, you've watched the show, you kind of grew up on it. There's an expectation when it comes to something like a trading card game, and you're looking for
hence why I don't play the Star Wars trading card game.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool that we're going to get this sort of I don't know anything about this look where Speed, you watched the show, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen the show.
Okay, so we're going to get that too, where you guys are well, I've seen it all. So everyone's about to hate me.
Been there, done that.
My favorite TCG tabletop is Shadowrun, which basically Shadowrun cloned Cyberpunk, and you know the rule. You only get 2. After that, you greedy. Cloned Cyberpunk and then added magic and dragons to it. Your sneezes. You get 2. After that, you're just greedy. That's what our history professor used to tell us back in high school.
It's funny. I used to sneeze in pairs.
But so growing up playing those games and having a certain expectation, because we're big Union Arena heads, and one of the biggest things and most appealing things about Union Arena as a game is the fact that it makes you feel like you're using the characters. Like it matches the shows, it matches the manga, it matches what they do.
Yeah, we like to throw people at other people.
But that's one of the biggest things about it is that it does a really good job of fan service. So being familiar with the franchise and everything, that's what you're going to be looking for. Quick tour of the we're going to get it up on the screen here, of the initial website. So looking at the site here, and I got to know from you guys, I didn't think these rules were all that difficult to learn. And I thought that the rule book was pretty easy to read. You didn't read the rules. Well, I guess that's how easy this game is to play.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
I didn't read the rules either.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, and I think I told you about this. I can learn a game from playing it once.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I played it once and I figured out how to do it.
Well, if that's an indication from anybody about like how easy this game is to pick up, these two guys didn't even read the rules. I did read the rules, and it took me 10 minutes. I didn't have any questions when I read the rules. A lot of these games, like, you read the rules and you're like, I don't really know what's going on. And then you have to find somebody who knows how to play, and then they explain things to you.
For me, I'm more of like one of those hands-on learners. So
Mhm.
like I'll be playing it, I'll ask questions as I'm playing, and then by the end of the first game, I can play the entire thing uh, from memory. I did it with Magic. I did it with Union Arena.
Yeah.
It's just they're not hard to learn once you've been playing card
Yeah.
games for as long as I have.
Well, this is one of my favorite things about the Cyberpunk TCG. It's like we're going back to Yu-Gi-Oh! 3 copies in a deck, 40 to 50 cards in a deck, which opens up customization options that we don't have in Union Arena. Oh, look at my man's about to make a
I
point.
I have to correct you. Yu-Gi-Oh's 40 to 60.
Oh, it's 40 to 60. Oh, I think it was 40
Isn't
to
it?
50 when I was a kid.
Yeah, no,
Well,
it's
maybe
40 to
when you were a
60
kid.
now.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
40 to 60 now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was 40 to 50 when I was playing. I mean, I played that game 20 plus years ago, so I'm going
That's
to
fair.
reveal my age. Um, Speed, you kind of like when I introduced this to you, you kind of said sort of the same thing um, about it. Like you kind of liked that it was sort of like Yu-Gi-Oh ish.
Yeah, yeah. Where it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously, definitely depending on the deck, you're gonna want to play exactly 40 cards, and from
I was
card
taught
man,
that
a card
regardless
that
what
lets
deck
you
you played.
a card that lets you draw a free card means on the card math, you're -1, which means you one less card in deck. So that means you're playing 39 cards from 3 of those 37. So is 40 cards going to be the best for this format or 50 cards? It's hard to say since we haven't seen any results or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
So I
it's
was
very
actually
interesting when you can put any number of cards in a deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
funny enough, I was talking with somebody in the Discord server for Cyberpunk Sim. And I was like, isn't it 40 cards? And they're like, yeah, because like they have the simulator set to 30 as a minimum. I
Yeah.
was like, I couldn't trust people with 30. They're like, oh, I think we might need to fix that.
Yeah, the sim isn't directly sponsored by Weirdco, who is the company producing this game. Um, I think it's a fan made creation,
Yeah,
and
it says Cyberpunk TCG Simulator unofficial
yeah,
right
yeah.
on the front.
Now, here's something else that I really like, and I think is super unique about Cyberpunk. Instead of just having like we have cost, right, and then you have eddies. So the number of eddies you need, which is essentially your mana, action points, however you want to put that, right? You have RAM on the cards. So you have a team of 3 and they produce RAM, and the total RAM of that color determines some of the cards that you're able to play in the game. And I thought that was a really interesting and unique aspect that kind of makes you think about how you're putting a deck together. I don't know if you guys agree, disagree. Like, what are your thoughts on that particular mechanic?
What?
The
The RAM thing?
the
The
RAM.
RAM's just a huge limitation,
Yeah, you like it?
massive limitation. It's because like there are certain things like if I'm running one yellow, one green, one blue, I want to run or no one red, one green, and we'll say yellow. I want to run the Asaka dude, but he's 3 red, and there's a green Asaka dude who's also 3 green, and I can't run either of those. And I can't even run them in the same deck, even though they work very well together.
I think that's kind of the point, though, right? Because if you go to some of the
But
cards that like
if
require
you're
extra light,
limited, if you're making cards that are very synergistic with each other, why are you making it so they can't be played with each other?
to avoid unbalancing and kind of Like, do you remember Red
I
Kenshin
guess.
days of Union Arena where every single person played Red Kenshin, and if you didn't play Red Kenshin, there was
That
no
was
point in
before my
playing?
time. I came into UA during set 2 of
Oh, okay.
Demon Slayer.
Gotcha. Well, when Speed can confirm, there was a point in Union Arena where if you didn't play Red Kenshin, it was pretty much guaranteed that it wasn't even worth your time to play the game.
So,
Yeah, it was.
but before, I'm going to say this though. I did have a deck that ran the 2 of those cards together. I did not realize it was illegal. It was an illegal deck, and I lost that game.
Mm. Well, you just got
They
to be a little
worked
careful.
beautifully together, and I still lost.
Well, you got to just be a little bit careful. Speed, how do you feel about the RAM mechanic?
I like the mechanic, especially when you consider, me personally, when it comes to building a deck, I start with the mono colors just so I can absorb everything. And obviously, the cards that you need 6 RAM for are
Honestly,
overpowered, game changing, board state defining, disgusting cards. But obviously,
I think the only monocolor worth playing is yellow.
well, I did see a red one that was kind of disgusting. I think they might have updated it the other day. But yeah, board wipes or just playing, destroying something. The red one like plays, destroys something, comes in active to swing. It's like, yeah, there's some disgusting
Oh,
stuff, but is it worth
the legend? Are you
going
talking about the legend?
monocolor? Is it worth monocolor, or should you just, balance it with lower? I think the deck building and customization of this game is the thing that's going to ultimately define the gameplay. Very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with Speed where like if I was able to drop like the ultimate card for yellow into a deck that also had the ultimate card for red, those two combined, one's a board wipe, and I believe one is just like I
I
don't
don't know this red card y'all are talking about.
we'll
Yeah,
bring
the reds like the yellow. It's like it's a kill and it comes out active to swing or something. It's very similar, but
yeah.
not a board wipe.
What is it? Is it a unit or is it a legend?
It's one of the 3 you pick. I'm
Let's see if I
like,
can get the
Oh, the legend. The legend's not
no,
that
no,
bad.
my bad.
It
No, no, it's
very
not the
rarely
legend.
comes out.
It's one of the big cards. It's like the 8-9 cost card.
yeah. So the legends are the ones that set your RAM, right?
Yeah, it's not the 3. It's the other one. It's just a really big red card,
Yeah, we're gonna
and I read it and I said red's going to be my next color.
I'm gonna filter this down and then because it's all the way down here at the bottom, I believe, because it requires 6 red RAM to play. Where are you? Where are you? Well, you're in here somewhere.
Are you? Oh, are you talking about the Minotaur?
Well, there's a El Son.
Play if you have more street cred than a rival. Defeat a rival unit with power 5 or less.
No, there was.
That's the only one here.
I'm looking.
Oh, he's talking. Yeah, he is talking about the legend, the 9-cost Atom Smasher, the legend that says on play defeat a rival unit.
Oh,
Okay,
play
that's
as
the red one.
yeah, the
Yeah.
legend does do that.
It's literally the same character. That's why they do similar things.
Yeah. You know what? That doesn't look like there's a 6 RAM red. I know there's one. I know there's one for yellow. There it is. So here's
Yeah, I think
here's an example of the 6 RAM yellow card. You drop this thing on the field, defeat all other units. It's Dark Hole. It's Dark Hole from Yu-Gi-Oh. And now it costs nine eddies, right? But in reality, you're running a 40 card deck. 20 to 24 of your cards are probably going to be eddy producing. 9 eddies, not going to be that hard to do if the game carries out that long, because you're looking at
funny enough,
6
he's the
turns.
only one that has a RAM of 6.
Okay. Do we have like any 5s?
Everything else is 4 and lower. Nope, everything else is 4 and lower. Yeah, because I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, let's look at the top cards here. All right, so for 4, all right, For green, you have
You have Overwatch.
Overwatch, which is
Uh,
insane. Overwatch is an insane card in this deck. I mean, in this game,
not only if you have the right cards in hand.
dude. All you have to, it's a quick. It's actually one of the main cards in the deck that I play. I play
Quick cards are different, man.
Ganger Corpo. Dude, this is quick for one Eddie. You tap it, defeat a spent rival. So if you swung with a card on your turn, right? It's a quick.
Oh,
If you swing with a card, I can either
you don't
block.
have to.
I can block that and then just immediately kill it. And it doesn't.
So there are two cards, funny enough, that you can actually play into that. You can use Corporate Surveillance, which spends a rival unit with cost 4 or less.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can play the unit Off Duty Malfini, which spend this unit and a rival unit. So there are other ways to rest things.
Yeah, and then I have this guy here. This is an insane red card. It only costs 5. It's 4 red ramps, so you need 2 red legends out. But you can pay 2 Eddie, and it gains power to a friendly max gig. If you at the D20, right, and you have a 20, like you rolled nat 20 on that D20, this thing is a power 24, which means you're stealing 3 gigs if that attack goes through.
Which one?
The one that I have up here on this. Oh, that's right. I have it over here. It's called El Sombrerion.
Please,
it's a power of 4.
Never
So the
say
thing
that
is
again.
with this game, you have gigs, right? It's a set of D&D dice, and every turn you get one and you roll it, and then that's your street cred. Your total gigs added up together is your street cred, right? This guy gains, you pay 2 Eddie, and on attack, and he gains the power of one of the gigs. So you can make him potentially a 24 nat, right? And for every power 10 that you have, you steal an extra gig. So at 14, you get 2 gigs. At 24, you'll get 3 gigs. And you need 7 to win the game.
And when you look at the gigs, or what I call the dice exchange, the back and forth between stealing dice and having to give them up, you can steal a lot of dice per turn. The game really goes to 7 turns, but I can see some crazy decks just stealing 5-6 dice in one turn, which is crazy.
I recently found out that if your guy's power is above 10, they steal 2.
Yeah, well, every 10. So if it's 24, you'll get 3. So like there's a yellow card called Psychosis in there where I forget what the conditions are.
You get
an extra 2
boosts
for
them by
every cyberware they have on.
Insane. Yeah, and then if they steal or they fight, they lose. They die at the end of the turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna load up.
Yep, it's a diamond statue.
I'm gonna load up an AI game real quick just to
break it.
Oh yeah. So here's the we mentioned before. So this is the simulator, and it's amazing. It's very well done, and it lets you play the game. If you play against the AI to try to test a deck, the AI likes to quit. It's a salty gamer.
See, I've noticed that this consistently. The second it goes back to its turn and it can attack you, it concedes right as it attacks.
Yeah. The AI is a salty gamer.
I made the AI quit. I thought I was good, and then I got smacked around against a real person.
Yeah. So essentially, this is like the layout, and it's really good at walking you through each of the steps. So like even if like you didn't really understand the rules off the rip, the AI simulator, well, the simulator as a whole is really good at it. But these are the gigs that we were talking about here. And each turn you pick one.
I know I can't see it because of your head.
Well, I also have it on a screen where there it is. But you pick one,
lean back,
and that's the gig you get. You have 1 gig, and that's a value of 6. Your street cred is 6. To win the game, you need to start your turn with 7 or more gigs. So when you use one of these, you can sell these for eddies, and then that's like your mana and your action points. These are where your legends are at. So You can essentially grab one of these, drag it to your sell area. You know, I think that's another cool aspect to this game that I forgot to mention is that when you sell an Eddie, it reveals the card to the opponent and then puts it back face down, requiring your opponent to remember what card you pitched. So not only do they have to know the cards, they now have to remember which one you got rid of.
Does it matter though?
Oh, it does. It does because unlike Union Arena,
They don't even know what I have in my deck. So
that's not entirely true. I mean, when there's a meta out for this game, remember this is the first set. The number of cards you have to play with are limited. People are going to learn what every single one of these cards do very, very quickly. So when you're playing, like you see, like I've revealed, that's one of the legends. So your legends are down here. This is your gig pile, and this is like your front line. And you play, and there's a combat exchange and all this, that, and whatever. But as a whole, this game does not rely on luck in a lot of the ways it does. And I know I'm about to catch a ton of hate for what I just said, but it is my strong opinion that even though you can play Union Arena well, the fact is if your opponent gets luckier than you, they could just dominate the scene, right? Union Arena out of your life. If your opponent gets 2 specials, 2 active triggers, and 2 raids, and then there's a final at the end of it, you're toast. You're not beating that. It doesn't matter.
Union Arena, luck wins the games when skill doesn't, and skill wins when luck doesn't help.
Yeah. Union Arena is definitely a luck first game. Luck first, and then default to skill and pray, right? You're praying to RNGesus, This game...
what?
RNGesus, yeah. Like RNG, but you're praying to RNGesus. It's not fun anymore now. Thanks, Jackson.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm dumb. Okay?
It's all right. But
I just lost a game with Spear too. I'm sad. I put a Spear under Murray.
But this game, and if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but this game feels a lot more skill-based. It's going to rely on you knowing what the cards do, remembering things, and playing them with a level of strategy. Rather than...
And I think one of the biggest thing for it as well is the open turn system. You could play a card, attack, then play a card, attack. It's not a set phase system. It's just, this is your turn. Do what you want to do, and when you're done, your turn's done. That is, yeah.
That's such a good point. And that's unique. We don't really see that in card games where you're able to play cards, attack, play more cards, attack, play more cards, and attack, and kind of just mix it up however you want. It really puts a different level of strategy there. Jax, I don't know, you're stretching, sniffing your own armpit. What was going on there?
I was raising my hand.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Fuck, what was I gonna say now? Oh, I don't ever remember what my opponents sold. I don't really care. The only thing I worry about is what they have out that can attack me or block. That's my only concern.
Yeah. I mean, you have a playstyle where you're definitely like on the casual side. Like you like to just kind of get in there and play and enjoy yourself.
No. Let me explain this to you.
You're a casual player, so
that's with UA. That's with UA. Even in UA, I'm starting to get more competitive, get more into the meta. But no, because like I will make very calculated moves with this game to ensure that I don't get fucked over in the end.
Yeah.
And sometimes those moves I later realize aren't the right ones. And yeah, I guess I can come off as a casual player because I won't remember what moves I made. I just know that they failed.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing a game simply to enjoy the game. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, I beat you, didn't I?
You did beat me fair and square. It happened. My thing is with this game is like, and Speed, I'd be interested in hearing your take on it too. Is, for instance, I play a guy. One of my legends has the blocker ability, so you can't block attacks unless you have the blocker ability. And I put that legend out, and then I have a cyberware that goes onto it that stands him up at the end of my turn. So I can attack with him, and at the end of my turn, he can stand up and become a blocker. Now, if I see my opponent is playing that same legend, I know that there's no way you're going to play that legend and not use that combo. That would be insane, right? You know, their other legends come up. They have 2 green legends. I know that cyberware is coming. What's up, dude?
I've had decks where I play him and I don't use it.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, that's a fair point. But
And
I mean,
again, I didn't realize there was a combo at the time.
well, I'm just saying it's a fair assumption that you're going to see that because that's a natural.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I did to Speed, and he was like, "Are you serious? Like, this is insane."
I'm gonna be honest. If you're playing him and the other green one, you're also playing the sniper rifle.
Right.
The one we talked about.
Right. And that too.
Because there's no reason to not be.
So if I see you sell one of those to the Eddies, right? I know one of those is not in your hand anymore, and you have a max of 3. If I see you do a draw pitch, and I see one of those go to the graveyard, now I know you've only got 1. Now I have to guess what the chances are of that 1 coming out, right? So remembering what's in the Eddies and remembering what's in the graveyard for this game, or the trash pile, I think it's called a trash pile for this game, is way more important than a lot of other games, just because you have that information at hand. Most games, all you have is what's in their discard pile, right? This Eddie pile is an extra bit of information that can help you plan your turn if you're going on that level of competition. What do you
I
think,
definitely
Speed?
think the skill ceiling is extremely high for something a game like this with so many options and variables. We're going to see some crazy stuff once this thing drops and they announce some stuff in the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You said you run the blue girl with him.
Yeah,
Why don't you run yellow?
I don't run yellow. I run 2 greens and a blue.
Yeah.
The blue is to
Yellow.
get your eddies back
Most
every
people
turn. Blue.
play.
Yeah, so the blue. So in
Yeah,
order to use my
that's
quick abilities, I need eddies. And if I spend all my eddies playing cards that turn, I won't be able to use my quick abilities. So I need the blue chick to restand my eddies for me when I swing.
Now, that means you can't run the Zetatech faceplate, which is really good.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm using other combos.
Because you equip it to one of your legends that can't move up, and every time you tap, you draw a card.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But
I was actually taught this by someone else,
yeah,
and so I try to play yellow as much as I can.
what I'm saying is you're not wrong. But I have other combos in that deck, and I have other methods of drawing, which is the other between the legends and things that I have. It's set to allow me to play cards on my opponent's turn and use abilities on my opponent's turn. That's the style that I went with. And I mean that
Oh
just goes
no,
back
it's
to
another blue magic player.
you're not
I
wrong.
will say the attacking and blocking mechanics, like, oh, I'm a swing with my 5 guy. Oh, I got a 6 that blocks. You die. It's not like, I tell people like Union Arena, it's like
Yeah,
your
so
people are magic, you're shooting a fireball, and you're not going to die because you shot it. You're not getting hit by it. But no, if you
yeah, it's
swing
funny
small
that
and they block big, you're done, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's funny that you say that because yeah, this deck is it is really not attacker friendly.
Yeah, but what Speed said is a really good point. That's another aspect that we don't see in Union Arena is you can't just block willy nilly, and you can't attack willy nilly. Like,
Oh, I learned that the hard way.
I think we all learned that one the hard way. I think the first time
I
I got
should have
blocked
read the
by,
rules.
if I got a bigger monster, a bigger character, and I swung and they blocked my guy died, I was like, I didn't see that coming. Oops.
I should have read the rules.
Because
Man.
we're so used to Union Arena where it's
Yeah.
protects your guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Did you see the new Nadia card that they put out?
I did. I did. I get the updates
It
for
looks it
all.
looks pretty decent.
That's a nice
It
thing
looks
too.
pretty
Is like
decent.
as they reveal new cards, these guys are adding those cards to the simulator really, really quick, so you can experience.
I like the Wraith Marauders,
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah. I mean, overall though, guys, like, I mean, we kind of went on a little bit deeper than a quick review, right? I mean, but I'm excited to get my hands on the physical media for this game.
Yes, it's got a lot of
Don't
potential,
remind me
man.
how expensive it is.
A
It's
lot of
I
potential.
hate
it's
that.
cheaper than Arena.
The real question is
A box maybe.
how fast and how often are they going to pump out content? That's the real question. You know?
Yeah, I think we were a little spoiled by Union Arena, right? Because they were trying to catch up to the Japanese meta. They have like
Yeah,
what
and I
50
I
some
just think,
sets.
if you take your time, as long as there's product out there, no need to rush and keep pumping stuff out,
Yeah,
But we'll see once they drop it, and hopefully they announce, store tournaments and some type of regional or online something. You know what I mean? Something.
yeah. I think
Of course, you'd want that speed.
I think back when Yu-Gi-Oh first started, Yu-Gi-Oh did it really well because they were like a new set, it's like every 4 to 6 months or quarterly or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was
So
uh, it was time for you to save up and not have to rush. Now every a
yeah,
set every month is like you got to choose.
yeah. To really figure out like what you want to play and what you don't want to play, which is a little insane for Union Arena. But no, I kind of hope they kind of go like that with this. So this is a startup company, Weirdco, that's running this game. From what I can tell from their website, it's their first game, and I think we should have a slower release, which will give us time to spend the money and enjoy the cards before we have to spend more money. And collecting wise, I mean, Union Arena box, I have one sitting right here. 12 cards per pack, 16 packs per box, $80 MSRP. A lot of stores are charging more than that. But I've seen stores charging up to $105 in my area for a single box. Where Cyberpunk, it's 12 cards per pack. If I remember correctly, it's 24 packs per box. The beta set's 36 packs, I believe, and then the standard release box is 24 packs per box, and they're at 120, which makes them 63 and change. That's like having a Union Arena box for 63 and change, I believe, at MSRP. So it's significantly cheaper than Union Arena, collecting wise. And from what I can tell, it's looking like you can probably get away with
It's
buying
still gonna make me broke.
2 or 3 boxes, maybe. Or you got friends. You're like, hey, like I have all these cards I don't plan on making a deck with, and they're gonna use them. They could trade with you. At least gives trade options. It's not. I mean, it might like blow out your spending money, but it's not like world ending. Where Union Arena, there are some people out here spending thousands of dollars every month to keep up with Union Arena. The set that just dropped, reincarnated as a slime. I know people have bought 4 and 5 boxes and still can't build all the decks.
That's because they had 4 colors.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point, right?
That
Like,
no. Most sets have 2, but because they were releasing set 1 and set 2 together for us, there was more cards than a normal release would have.
right. The cash thing there, though. You know what I mean? Like Tokyo Ghoul. I had 8 boxes, and I still had to get my hands on a couple of other cards in order to finish certain decks, right? So like there's a cash
Yeah.
thing with Union Arena that right now it's looking like this game's not going to have, which is nice. Especially for more
Oh yeah.
casual players that don't want to just dump their paycheck into a game.
Oh yeah. I'm hyped up for it. And I mean, since you
I
can
dumped
only
every
use
paycheck into a game.
one, what do they call them? Legends, right? The three you can use, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Since you only can use one of each, I'm assuming the odds of getting two out of a box of the same one would be kind of insane because there's, no need. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Yeah, and
yeah. So pretty interesting.
there's legends that are coming out of they have 2 starter decks being released with it as well, and you're going to get 6 different legends from those, right? From what I could tell, there aren't any repeat legends in either. So you're going to have a baseline, like, and the starter decks come with good cards, right? Which is not
Are they the
something else
best
that you
cards?
see. Yeah, you don't really see that in a lot of other games, right? Like you could probably have a decent game using just a starter deck.
He
Yeah.
says that as I look at him oddly because Magic starter decks are OP.
Well, not in my day, they weren't. When I used to play Magic, you had to,
Not in your day, but nowadays their fucking commander structure decks are almost as good as any other deck you can build.
How much is a commander structure there?
$50.
It's kind of high. It's kind of high.
yeah,
No,
I
not
think.
really. That's cheap.
Yeah, I think.
There's one that's like 100.
Yeah, yeah. See, but I come from Yu-Gi-Oh, where
That's
it's
high.
$10 structure decks, where you can buy two and
But
fix it up. And it's still high.
that you need to buy 3 for it to be decent.
Yeah,
Commander,
and
you
then
only need to buy the one.
yeah,
It's
but
still.
That's why the price is lower for Yu-Gi-Oh because you need to buy multiple of them.
Yeah,
That's where they're getting you
yeah,
still
the
$30
multiples.
compared to 50 though. What I'm saying is like the price, like for a new game coming out, that there is a luck aspect, right? If you're relying on certain types of like either high or low street cred, rolling your gigs, there's an aspect of luck there. And then depending on what order your legend face up, there's an aspect of luck there.
My only
Neither,
thing about the price is that I was looking forward to it and like
neither,
I ain't gonna be able to afford it.
neither of those luck aspects are game breaking. The price points on these cards are not pocket breaking. So if
I
you're
will
looking,
say
They're
they do
breaking my
have
pockets.
decks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They do have decks that change, the dice manipulation and stuff to take away some of the luck
Yeah,
factor,
blue.
which is interesting.
I think blue has some cards. Green has some cards. And I think red.
Yellow has a few.
yeah, red's got a legend that
Yeah,
lets you
yeah.
re-roll.
Yellow has a legend that lets you reroll.
Oh yeah, it's yellow. Sorry, you're right. The yellow legend. If you don't like the roll on your gig, you can re-roll it. I mean, okay, that could double edged
Yeah.
sword. It could screw you, but like, but
Oh yeah, no, I ran him in a deck where I was doing it for the carry dude, so I
mhm.
could draw cards, and it would sometimes it'd be like, oh, here's a 5. I'd be like, I need higher.
Yeah.
Reroll it. Oh, now you have a 3.
My point though
Like,
is
I
that
kept this.
the luck aspect really isn't the same with this as
Oh
it
yeah.
is with Union Arena, and I'm actually really enjoying it because I can't tell you how many times I've lost to a bad luck and been like, I have to walk away for right now because I'm gonna get mad at this game.
The
I feel
thing
that way.
about Union Arena the reason I've been playing more Cyberpunk over UA isn't the luck. It's the fucking power creep in UA has been getting worse past couple months. And
Yeah,
then you have
Well,
Cyberpunk, and I'm looking at Cyberpunk and I'm going, please say God don't have a power creep. I will cry.
over
You are the
time,
5th
everything is
game I was
going
hoping.
to evolve and
And
get.
and I understand that, but like there's the amount of power creep, like we could sit here for an hour talking about the power creep in UA. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but let's just say Cyberpunk a year from now, just like Union Arena, the meta
Oh,
has
it's gonna get better.
changed.
It's going to get better, 100%. But like, I just hope it doesn't have like an insane power creep.
well, I mean, all games have power. The reason Union Arena's power creep looked the way it did was
Because we
because
went from set 14 to 44.
yeah,
Like
yeah. It
they skipped
literally
30
went from
sets.
here's the first set, and then we're gonna jump ahead a year. Like it basically just time warps, and that's why the perception of power creep was so bad with Union.
Huh? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah. We went from box set. What was that? I think we went from
14 or
11.
15
Yeah,
to 44.
to 44. Yeah, Kensha was 44,
Yeah.
which is why it
Kenshin's in
absolutely
the
dominated the
40s.
scene.
Tokyo Ghoul, all the basic new stuff we got that was already out in Japan is in the 40s.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of what happened there with that. But we will see power creep with this deck with this game. It's inevitable. I don't think it's going to be horrible.
I don't want to see power creep.
I just
all
prefer they
inside.
don't do it like
I will
One
cry.
Piece with the rotating ban list and can't use these cards till we reprint them. You know what I mean?
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean like
Yeah.
Pokemon does?
I don't
Does
know
it.
anything about Pokemon.
Pokemon and
Pokemon
Magic does
had
it.
Pokemon that says, oh, you can only use up to like a certain amount back, certain
Yeah.
amount of sets back for
Magic the
cards.
Gathering is really good for it, where they have
Like
vintage,
Yeah,
legacy,
One Piece is
standard.
like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like I know Pokemon. I built an Arcanine deck online recently. Found out it's not legal in tournaments because the cards of that because of how old the cards are. And I
Yeah.
wanted to smack somebody for that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see that with this really, really new game. So
Oh yeah.
that's gonna be a tough.
It-
I don't see it happening. I'll say that I don't see it happening because pretty much the last point I want to make about it before we get out of here is I feel like the game has been, and I've made a couple of decks now and I've played a couple. I feel like it's balanced enough that it encourages you to build several different strategies, and I feel like all of them hold up
I will.
really
I
well.
will say this: if this has a power creep, I'm going to go and I'm going to shove my foot up somebody's ass. For anyone's watching, no, we don't condone violence. Don't do that. I'm being sarcastic.
But I don't. Do you feel like it's balanced, like when you're looking at the cards and like from what you've seen, or do you think we're gonna be looking at a one deck meta?
I think for making the decks is balanced in terms of I wanted to use the yellow card that wipes the field, but me doing that means I can only use yellow cards in my deck. I can't go mono. I mean, I can't go double color. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
Um,
finding the balance of
I'm
how you want to play and what you want to use. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then
I
obviously,
would say that's not a fair question due to the fact that we haven't seen all the cards yet.
Well, from what we have seen, it is kind of the way I put it. Like, it feels balanced. What were you saying then, Speed?
oh
But
yeah,
that can always change.
yeah. For right now, so me personally, I want to use the big yellow card and just wipe the board. So I can only use yellow. That seems fair. So I know if someone is using another color, they can't use the big boss card. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So me knowing I can makes me feel like, it's worth it for me to do this, so I can do that. But after playing against some of the other decks and the things and strategies they can do, everything that green deck, man, that green deck is just getting the eddies back and restanding and attacking. It's I don't like that green deck, man.
I'll tell you what. I played somebody who was running a mono red deck and rushed me down like crazy, and it didn't really hold up against it very well. Definitely
I was one eddy away from blowing up your board, buddy. Just one.
That would have sucked because you only get one of those cards. Like you can only unleash that combo one time. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, that's all I needed. But I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. It looks like it's going to be fun. Hopefully, locals will have a scene for it, or obviously just the online scene that's camera worthy playing.
hmm
But yeah, definitely hyped to see what happens, man. And I can't wait to see the sleeves they make for it.
I'm a sleeve goblin too.
You need to stop with the freaking sleeves. I'm
No,
about to come over there and steal them all.
I wouldn't recommend that.
I'm gonna pull out a page out of your book. Steal your sleeves.
The sleeves. I'm excited for the sleeves too. Just mostly because of how much I know about the cyberpunk universe and everything. I think those sleeves are going to be sick. They're going to be cool. All right. Well, guys, do you have any final thoughts before we get on up out of here?
I need you to fight me. We
It's
got
November.
at least
It goes
once.
down in November.
Yep. Yeah.
One question before the game is a one of best of one, not a best of three, right? Like for official rules or
I
whatever.
have not seen any official ruling in either direction for that. I don't
Wow.
think it's a question that's been
Okay.
asked yet.
Because it is a short game, so it could be a best of three. But just wondering about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind a best of three. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh was a best of three when
I,
I
I was
played
just
it.
about to ask if it was best of three side deck possibilities, 15 cards. I don't know how many cards you would do to swap out one color for another,
That is a good
vice
question.
versa, whatever. But
The rule book says nothing about side deck. The rulebook says nothing
Yeah.
about side decks, so maybe it is going to be just a best of one Swiss. Maybe.
Very interesting, though. Very interesting.
Yeah.
The side deck stuff could be disgusting, though.
Yes. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if they did implement it just because of how skill based the game is.
Yeah, it definitely is. Even though it's a child's trading card game where you shuffle the cards and they're dealt upside down, yeah.
Well,
A lot of
there's
people
nothing.
don't understand
There's nothing for
what
kids.
what
There's
the
nothing for
definition
kids
of
in Cyberpunk.
children's card game is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, out of all the card games out here, Cyberpunk is definitely for adults. Well,
How is that?
Watch the first 3 episodes of the cartoon.
So I'm gonna be 100% honest. Just because the cartoon is not for kids does not mean that the card game is not for kids.
Well, so
The video game is just Grand Theft Auto reskinned. It's not reskinned, but you can do some Grand Theft Auto things if you know what I'm saying.
So the thing is, like, the kids could play the card game because I haven't seen anything inappropriate on the cards yet. The thing is it introduces them to a franchise where exactly 0% of the rest of the franchise is appropriate for children. Because like essentially, like if you're gonna play the tabletop game, you're a criminal who gets hired to commit crimes for money, and the games, the tabletop and the video game and the card, it's loaded with sex, drugs, extreme violence, gore.
And you're saying this on a video that's going to be going on YouTube, which is watched by children?
I don't have this video marked for children. I'm just
Fair
saying
enough.
it's not the card game may be okay for kids to play, but it's going to introduce them to a franchise that is nowhere near appropriate for children. Right? And kids, oh, I like this, and the kids find out, like, they get something they like, and then they find out there are other ways to enjoy it, and then their parents are like, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? So that just kind of is what that is. I'm actually glad that we have a game oriented towards adults. You know, it's one of the big things that I do like about Union Arena. It's incredibly rare that we encounter kids. You know, we're playing with other adults. It's nice. But
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's all I've got for now. Are you guys good?
Oh yeah, good over here.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. It's nice to be able to talk about this with other people instead of just doing the videos on my own. So, if you guys liked this sort of content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, as well as follow both Jackson and Speed on YouTube. We will be collabing with them on there, so you'll be able to find their profiles. Again, I'm Street Samurai, here with Jackson and Speed from the Dojo. Yeah, he's gonna beat me up later for that one.
Don't worry, I'll fend them off as they get body slammed into the wall.
I'll just use you as a shield and run. All right,
Pretty much.
out.
I'd be like, run!